Finding a strange sort of strength together in the midst of grieving. There are losses in every family, griefs to be borne and sorrows to be endured. The sorrows may be for the life hoped for that now cannot be lived as we had imagined. We are in sorrow for what our child will not have and will not be. The griefs as the world of illness and disease, life and death come to our home. The losses of ordinary things, time to oneself, time for the trivial, time to play with each other as a family, these pass by almost without us noticing. The strange sense of our frailty combines with getting through things we would never have believed ourselves able to do. The pain of grief, the fragility of grief, the privacy of grief are also very real. It seems hard to believe that there are deep times of solace and relief, deep moments of shared sadness, and a quietly and slowly growing strength, the sort of strength that matters. It is not public or showy, but it is shared among family and friends, and sometimes has very few words and a can't-be-spoken quality. It may not be what you have come to believe from others or the media people should do when sad, when grieving. Simple things like a small but tasty meal with friends, a good night's rest, a long, unhurried walk, and watching a favourite movie that is comforting, get us through some of the toughest times. Laughing about the craziness of life, being playful when we're sad, and enjoying precious moments with our children give us renewed strength and nourishment to face the impossible for another day. 3 simple rules may help us get through this time just a little more easily. The first is, do what helps each other as a family, not what we think others expect of us. They may not expect the way we manage as a family. Even if they do, they may share some of the disappointments about our very abnormal, normal lives. Family and friends will come to understand over the first few years that we are doing the impossible and cannot meet our own expectations, let alone theirs. But don't grow impatient waiting for them to understand. Focus on understanding each other within your immediate family and accept that some people would just not be able ever to take it in. Others we know will, and they will surprise us, and they are gold. Secondly, be gentle with our own bodies, our own minds, and our own feelings. They have limits. Our feelings can be stretched past our own imaginings. Our minds, everyone's minds, are not adequate to the task of caring for a child who will never be fully well and whose life will never reach a prime of life. Our need for good sleep, good food and some physical outlet seemed so unimportant at first, and we couldn't take them if we had the opportunity. But surviving the long haul, remaining able to give, being bearable to live with, and having a good life despite our struggle requires us to take some time to look after ourselves. Thirdly, don't be afraid of being weak or silly, playful, tearful, and laughing. There is no greater protection against the corrosive effect of grief than returning to the playfulness of our childhood. Playing with our children, ill or not ill, with our partner, and with our child who may not understand anything more than the pleasure of a happy parent, helps us to grieve and find strength. It is a funny sort of grief and a frail feeling strength. Do what helps each other as a family, not what we think others expect of us. Be gentle with ourselves. We have limits. Don't be afraid of being playful and tearful.